Hello. Shy. I'm not sure if I should put the things back here like that. Probably not. Let's try not to do that. Why is there suddenly huge empty lines here? Oh, it put that on a new line. Ugh. That's annoying. Hello. What co-frames? So we do this include, I get a new line. Ugh. It's kind of annoying that GitHub Pages doesn't allow Jekyll plugins to do it with include stuff instead of just using a plugin. And then you can stuff like this. I'm gonna try very hard to remove the new line, I think, from that file. I don't like it. So yeah, there's apparently no new line, but how do you do that? Hex dump or something? Definitely is a new line. I don't think VI or neovim allows me to remove the new line, right? How do I get rid of that? Let's Google it. Said no fix end of line. It's gonna work one time, I guess. And then can I remove it? I doubt it. Nope, it's still there. Yeah, this removing new lines from files is way too difficult. So really no easy way. Let's look what I really want. Remove new line from included file when using liquid. Strip double new lines, cannot remove line break. Thing is so stupid. Yeah, that seems to be my problem. Yeah, so you just remove this from the file. Or what if you want to remove it from the included file while it is still in the file? Yeah, that would be a solution, but it would be horribly ugly. Horribly. Hey, LGL. I mean, there's like a 1, 2, well, okay, a 3-line solution for 3 or 4-line solution. Well, I need it 20 times. Come on, that's ridiculous. I mean, more than 20 times, I think. How many is this? Well, no, less than 20. Still. There should be, liquid is just missing an option, I think, here. Include this file, but strip drilling new lines. Why not? Filter it. You cannot filter it. I already tried it yesterday, I think. I think it should be possible to just do this. Filter it, I don't know, strip. But it doesn't work. So then I first have to put it in a variable and then strip it. That's ridiculous. Hell, the whole include is ridiculous to begin with. You can do this with the plugin, no problem, but then it doesn't work anymore because GitHub disables plugins because they would not be safe. What about the following thing? I'm gonna do content is, and then just everything until the new line. I think that will work. That might actually work. That might work. Yeah, now the new line comes after the content. Where's my thing here? Reload. Yep, that works. Although there's still a new line here now. Before the, yeah, it's still there. But okay, probably I can remove this new line with CSS somehow. Although, you know, also not really nice. I'm not sure how that would work. Maybe if I wrap it in a div, then the new line is ignored. Yeah, I don't think so. The new line happens in the same well, namespace, say, as the UL here. What is it? LE. Nope, I'm gonna undo this, or, well, I could leave it, I guess. Doesn't really matter. In the end, yeah, if you include this, you get a new line at the end. I'm gonna remove the new line, even though it's an include. What happens if you add a spin around it? I'm just trying something now. Probably nothing. Probably still the same. Yeah, still the same. Oh well, let's remove this. I'm going to just not use these things then, I guess. So I had percentage, actually like that. Now we want to change this into just use the whole link itself. That's also ugly, like huge ugly. but no, yeah, I don't know a solution. We're gonna do substitute. So you need these twice, and then in the end we just need a colon and the rest still there, right? Just behind that, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to substitute everything starting from that. Why not? Like that. And then say anything but an equal sign. Equal sign quote. Backslash something, and then, well, until the next quote. So now I want to replace that with this, which contains a slash. Lots of slashes. Yeah, let's change this. Let's use, which character am I not using? Carrots. I'm using carrots there. Damn it, stars. Also using stars. Dollar signs. Let's see if we can use a dollar sign. Apparently, yeah. And then that, followed by a dollar sign. And then include name is now \1. Right? Yup. Right. It's a different right, but still. Reload. And then it looks good again. And we can jump to all these things. Yeah, I don't have a link from device size. A VK buffer here, but okay. I have links from these VK buffers, but not this one. It's a different thing. I don't know how to link that. There is no link for that. Yeah. Now, VK descriptor set. Initial Acharia. I understand it. Well, I also need links from these things here. It's just a lot of work. That's what it is. Yeah, let's see if I can do that. So I need something with substitute. And I had all that one. So go back and just remove this. Now I have substitute. And in this case, I want to not start at that. Actually, none of that. I want to start at a backtick. Backtick. anything but a backtick, I guess, until a backtick. And then not that. Bing, there we are. And then put a G at the end, and then it should do the other one as well. Bing, and it does. Pretty awesome. I had another one. So that was these two, and I had another one here. At the end of the 3. Okay, here, it's highlighted. 2. Is my sound not loud enough? It's like really bad. What's the smile doing after your nickname? How can I turn up the sound? It looks pretty good. Well, mine is 10 dB. Yeah, well, I don't want to go in the red. Let me think. Yeah, I can change this. Input. Bing. Balance tracks. Mono. Maybe this can add 10 dB. 10 dB, that's a lot. Testing 1, 2. Okay, guys, we're making it louder, I think. I don't know how much I will add, but everyone now has to turn down the volume. Is that not a bad thing? So, is this better? Is this better, people? Well, I amplified it to 6 whole the extra dBs. I don't know. So that goes to -10 here. So shy hull gone thing. Is this louder or is it not louder? Is it louder? Hello, Soepman. Peru. It's a bit smaller for you guys, right? Let me blow it up. Only 50%. So right now I have VK command buffer. Since VK pipelines consist of a collection of static data detailing input processing, and their creation is resource intensive, it's common to create numerous VK pipeline objects for use as building blocks in describing or when describing. In describing the rendering of a complete frame. After all, each minor variation in configuration necessitates the creation of a new VK pipeline. Oh, cool, Peru. It's good you spoke up. Welcome and stuff. Those building blocks are combined with dynamic data every frame when recording a command buffer, which links to Vulkan tutorial. There are several dynamic data components used besides VK pipeline, VK frame buffer, and VK render pass objects. And then as an extra info, so I put it in some kind of gray box. Loads of detail about what that could be. And this then already, this also lists the pipeline, I guess. Does it? Yeah, the pipeline here, which is bounded with this command. And then I suppose we should see the other ones as well. VK render pass, that is here. And VK frame buffer, that is here. Wouldn't it be logical to have the pipeline higher then? Let's have a look at the actual code. Order these things a little bit different. I think the pipeline binding should be way up here, not as 5. What window is that? Let's go here. We begin with begin render pass. And the begin info of the render pass contains a frame buffer. The render pass and the frame buffer. And the clear values. Okay, and then I do usually the viewport and scissors because they don't change much. Completely unreadable with those links. Ridiculous. But okay, in that sense, we start with unreadable render pass. We command begin render pass, which then binds the render pass and the frame buffer. And then I have here set viewport, set to scissors, but okay, let's put that at the end. It's not that important. Vertex buffers might be important. So yes, that's 0.2 then, vertex and index buffers. That makes a ridiculous difference between bind vertex buffers and bind index buffers. Do I even have a difference there? Can't remember ever doing bind vertex, bind index buffers. But do I ever use that? Bind index buffers. I have a bind index buffer for the IMGU. Guess I just don't use it in the test, but I do have indexes for one of those tests. All of them actually, I think about it. Arda, hello. I'm using C++20 usually, yeah. Okay, let's keep them both in then. So we have command bind vertex buffer, command bind index buffer, and then I have here drawing commands. Well, those are usually done at the end, really. So I would put those at the bottom. Let's put them at the bottom. Well, yeah, so at the bottom. I mean, you can do a draw and then bind a new pipeline, but I think that should be at the bottom, this. Let's say 4 and 5, and I'll put it here. And this becomes 5, and this becomes 4. That becomes 3. Specifying pipeline dynamic state. Okay, so that's a viewport and the scissors. And then we also have a line width and a depth bias. I don't even know what that is. Oops, now I gave away that GPT-4 wrote this. With a lot of help from me. But it came up with these things here. Depth bias. No idea what that is. Blend constants, so we get 0.4. Binding pipeline, descriptor sets and push constants. Yeah, we definitely need that. But why would pipeline no, okay. Let's put it like this. I don't really care. This documentation part is not that important. Command bind pipeline. Bind descriptor sets. Let's say we go to descriptor sets. I don't have descriptor sets in triangle, so we'll just go to texture, say. .h. Yeah. I bind the pipeline and then always immediately after that the descriptor sets. I even get those descriptor sets from the pipeline. Yeah. And then the push constants follow. So, oops. I think GPT-4 did a very good job here, putting them all in one bullet point or one number point. I haven't mentioned the descriptor sets at all yet at this point. I guess I'll just link to the Vulkan tutorial for this one. I think that also does not mention the descriptor sets then in the overview. I kind of follow in this overview their ordering. At least we have a physical device and a device in the swap chain, and then render pass, pipeline, command buffer. But as you can see, the totally missing here is the descriptor sets. And if I go to the Vulkan tutorial, They also have, well, instance, logical device, a service. I have the service at the top. Image views and frame buffers. Under pass, character pipeline, commands, buffer. Nothing is talking about descriptor sets here. It feels like it's kind of missing because it just pops up there, right? In my list. Cannot even find it back here, I must say. Staging, preparing. Nothing to do with it. Uniform buffers. Also not. But also uniform buffers need to be using a descriptor set. Strange. Is this guy not talking about descriptor sets at all? How is that possible? I think that what I covered so far in my Vulkan engine is everything up till here. This part. So I still didn't look into depth buffering, loading models, MIPS. Nope. Multi-sampling maybe, but it's just a sampler. Compute shader, didn't look at it. So in 2 years maybe I covered the Vulkan tutorial stuff in my Vulkan engine. If it goes like, it goes at this speed. Yeah, horrible. Anyway, I still don't see descriptor sets, so there's no linking to the tutorial then. I could link to another website which is actually much better. The Vulkan guide. He has a link to the come on, there must be a better web page here. But here's a link to GitHub, which is ridiculous, of course, because it's from the Cronus group. Maybe I'm mistaken. There is another site which is pretty good. Something with guide. It's for, if you ask me, Vulkan guide. Let's just Google it. Vulkan guide. Yeah, vkvulkanguide.dev. Yeah. So he's not linking to this site. Strange. So initial result, we did that. Initialization and render loop, we did that. Graphics pipeline, hello triangle, we did that. Drawing meshes, yeah, no, we're not doing meshes yet. Buffers, shader input and output, descriptor sets. Guess I could link to this. I could link to this, but it's maybe not sufficient to understand what it really all contains. If you see the amount of code that I wrote that has to do with descriptor sets, it's ridiculous. I mean, it must be useful to link to an external site, right? Hey, a guy called CarloWood has commented here. Oh well, I don't know. I think that there's something missing in that list. I should just refer back to my own to a previous link. So there must be a link from a previous paragraph, I mean. There should be a link from VK descriptor set, just like there's a link from VK pipeline. So this jumps back to some paragraph that I have. And then so should this. So I need to add that. We need a paragraph about VK descriptor set. And then where should that go? Above VK command bar, that's pretty clear. Above the pipeline, I suppose. Yeah, above the pipeline. The render pass. It could go below the render pass because it's nothing to do with the render pass. Yeah, below the render pass. So it should go like here then, above VK pipeline. And once that exists, I can link to it like that. VK descriptor set. So Okay. Yeah, now we have to write this. I guess I'll just ask GPT-4 for some, you know, inspiration. I guess you can only explain what a descriptor set is by explaining what a descriptor is. This topic is extremely difficult, but I want to just keep it short, like 1-2 paragraphs short. And I think that GPT-4 is better than me than coming up with that, and I'll just fix whatever it comes up with. So let's do that. New chats. I didn't say keep the paragraph short. so if things, 2 paragraphs, I can do that. Yeah. Or I abused it, sorry. It started like this. Answer display none. I didn't know that. Okay, let's say documentation is about it's not about how to do things, just to lay out what, or maybe not use that word. Yeah, why not? So I put this above something. I put it here. Now we didn't even talk about stages yet. I think the first occurrence of a stage is... oh wait, I have stages here. Running stages in the pipeline. Yeah. Okay, now we can do that. This is annoying, you know. I mean, sometimes it's just, I don't know, stupid, I would say. I literally said that the context is Vulkan is already implied. And then only one reply later in the context of Vulkan. What the fuck? Because there is an answer in the middle that forgot that I want that to be implied. Now it's of course easy to fix myself, but it's more work, you know. I want the AI to do that. How can I not remember that? It's not very precise. So a descriptor in Vulkan, whatever, but I don't know, I definitely not want the word context. Maybe you understand where it came from, because if you just leave it out, it's a bit, you know, the word descriptor kind of drops out of nowhere. I have to agree with that. If you just say a descriptor is a data structure, that's also weird. I'm gonna ask it to fix it though. I can say, what I said is that, but I should not get emotional because it's just a thing. Let's just repeat it. Right, well, let's go with this. I'm going to copy it and then paste it here and then read it again. So information about resources such as buffers and images. Buffers, images, and samplers that are utilized by shader stages. Yeah, problematic is that we didn't talk about pipeline yet. So maybe it should go below the pipeline. Information resources such as buffer images and samplers that are utilized by shader stages within a graphics or compute pipeline is encapsulated by a data structure called a descriptor. It's really just about pools. If everyone is just talking about sets, what about just a descriptor? I don't know why, but I can hardly read this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired, but sometimes I also suspect that it is badly written when I have problems reading it fast. Hello, Post Bunny. Can't read it. In other words, there is nothing you can link to when you say descriptor. No, then not. I can put a link to VK descriptor though, I guess. Descriptor. That better exists. Oh, and now we have the new line problem again. Maybe I should try harder to get that new line out of my file. Because yeah, this is just unreadable, and I need it in line continuously. How did I do that elsewhere? I had in one of the other things here, I had type F. I used strip. What? Impossible. Guess I deleted it later. Let's reinvent it. Let's say I want to use a descriptor here. Now I think about it, it shouldn't matter that I have a new line here. I'm adding new lines all over the place in the middle of a paragraph. It's only a thing that matters inside the inside a bullet list or something. Yeah. So we should be able to just add a link here, like that. And then you get a new line here, and then the parenthesis is at the new line. But the HTML is going to ignore that, right? Let's test that. Script set. No, it just works. So, information about resources such as buffers, images, and samplers that are utilized by shader stages within a graphics or compute pipeline is encapsulated. It's every time I think it should be R, but it is referring to the information. Is encapsulated by a data structure called descriptor, and then between parentheses a link to whatever the VK descriptor is. Descriptors provide the necessary details for shaders to access these resources in an efficient and organized manner. It's kind of empty shit. It's not the kind of stuff I would usually type, damn it. Because what does it mean? Nothing. It's just words to fill up stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this normal text, or is it just me? I mean, is it just me, and is this normal text, or is it indeed, not saying anything? The primary purpose of a descriptor is to enable the GPU to map specific resources to shader binding points. What the hell that may be. Ultimately allowing the shaders to read from or write to these resources using pipeline execution. Very good, Buzz Bunny. Yep. I agree with that assessment. I don't think it is anything. It's the whole point. I'm not happy with this text at all. Let me think about it, what I can make of it. Actually, a comma doesn't need. Information about resources is encapsulated. So you kind of need a comma here. But then I have billions of commas. Information resources such as buffers, comma again. You can immediately think that it is information about resources, comma, such as buffers. But then it continues. Okay, I agree that maybe the sampler should be left then. Images and yeah, too bad for the samples. But I still have a comma here. What if I just leave that out? Information about resources, such as buffers and images that are utilized by shader stages within a pipeline, is encapsulated by a data structure called a descriptor. Here's a link. Should be working. Descriptors provide the necessary details for shaders to access these resources. Yeah, bullshit. I like the first thing that it came up with better. Just copy everything. Yeah, I don't know. What about this? Yeah, and that binding then is actually described below that, because you would do that with the thing that I wanted to link, which is this one. So you do it with this one. So you could say see below and then point to 0.4 or something like that maybe. And this links back to that. So yeah, I think that probably need a link there. So it's something like see below, which is then a link to something local. But what? How can you how can I add an anchor here? Let's link to this. Well, I have no idea, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't work yet, but then I just have to add more stuff below it. So it might work at some point. So we're trying to link to binding pipeline descriptor. What? Something did wrong? Something went wrong? Yeah, definitely went wrong. So the bullet list could not work with that. I can add it before the after the 4, I guess. Hopefully that works. No, I still have a 4. Okay, so this works. Why is this highlighted now? Ah, already works now because of the comments below it. Comment section. And this doesn't work. Why on earth does it not work? That is the same error that they have in the Vulkan website. Also there, these things don't work. Even if you reload the page, it doesn't find it. If I find this problem, I can tell them what the problem is so they can finally fix it. Let's say we do. I think the reason is that I having 2 diffs that it's just I don't know. The only reason this part is on the right side and this is on the left side is because of the CSS. Okay, anyway, why is this suddenly highlighted? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT again, of course, because I don't know. Ah, I'm seeing the error here. I forgot to close it. So I guess if I do this, and then it does work. Whoop. Yep, now it works. Just forgot to close the A. Okay. Now, what's next? Next is cooking, I think. Making dinner for Carlo. Poor Carlo did only eat a single sandwich today. But at least I have Boys Bunny. How is my Boys Bunny? Calling me a winner? Thank you. I finally moved my bed downstairs again. And I mean, since I did that on Tuesday, I think. Now it's Thursday. Every time I wake up, I have the feeling that I still am upstairs. Oh, I slept 1.5 weeks upstairs. And I keep feeling like I'm in that room. So weird. I think I'm gonna push this so people can read it, okay? And then I'm gonna cook. Pretty good already. I don't know what to do next. I'm gonna, yeah, well, I don't know. In the middle of a... Yeah, this is this one here. The Vulkan API. The Vulkan API. Guess that's kind of finished now. But we're still inside overview, so maybe something will come below it. I did make it pretty big though. It's already pretty big. I tried to, put a box around things that are maybe too much info, so you can just skip it. Info node is gray, LV node is orange, and oh, that is that one. Yeah, okay. Copyright infringement here, but who cares? Chapters, drawing a triangle. I just added it, I guess. Yeah, so why is it called 4? Can I rename that? Because it doesn't even exist yet. Currently I'm having 0 and 1, and then might as well rename this to chapters. So let's rename this 1, 2, 3. just because it doesn't matter. It's just 0, 3 and etc. It's just used to get my sort working reliably. Using a sort to get them in the right order on the website. On this I can probably just delete, but I'll leave it now. So I'm having this with my overview in it, which is just big, and I don't know how to, well, I don't know. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Quit. Get add everything. Well, just that file, and then we have everything. Git status. Everything is added, and then I still have a div. The next chapter goes over the source code used and describes in detail how it is built up. That's not entirely true yet. Moreover, it's completely not true because I'm just talking about what the Vulkan API would require. What Vulkan API is required to achieve the same thing. And that chapter became already pretty big, so I want to use different pages for it. Oh, I can. That's no problem. Yeah, so let's say yes, that is the chapter. But if we want to continue this, so we have in drawing a triangle. I'm just going to create let's say a new file called 02. But then overview is no longer. Overview should really be then changed, right? So let's edit this thing. I'm already there. Currently, it has the Vulkan API here as a main title. Well, this is called overview. No, it's called drawing a triangle. So we have drawing a triangle Vulkan API. That makes sense, right? But I don't want to repeat that here. Not even sure I need it. Maybe you can do it without any title. Or I need a title for just this part. Introduction maybe. And then maybe all the three things can become two things. It's not part of introduction. So you substitute lines that start with three things, followed by whatever. Become two things, followed by whatever, followed by a space and two things. Substitute percentage too, like that. I made it two hashtags. The Vulkan API. I'm not sure that's needed, of the file needs to have the same name, but let's move it. I already added it now, right? Damn it. Status. I just changed it. Okay, git restore staged and a new file. Got it, I think. Reload. Page not found. Will never be found. It will never be found. It's totally gone. Yeah, now drawing a triangle, the Vulkan API. And then we have introduction. And then we have vk service.khr, which looks horribly big now. And that. Seriously? God. It happened again. Because of the link. And they look way too big. Oh wait, I get it. The reason is that the H is changed. Well, that's also super annoying. I can just remove them though, I think. Isn't that like it's just pure sadness that you cannot add two hashtags here? Because this must be an include, and therefore you cannot add anything after it anymore. I need to get rid of that new line in my link, I think. Okay, what the heck, man. Substitute. Well, that looks better. Yeah, the hashtags are gone and now it's white again. But I have to say it still feels a little bit weird to have these super huge titles for for the handles, the Vulkan handles. I could just make them a little bit smaller, I guess. Or here anyway. How do you make it a little bit smaller? Font size 80%. I think we can try that. Argument required. Right, quit. No, just right. So now it's a little bit smaller. Yeah. Guess it looks better, but no, the vertical line is a bit too high. Ish. You'd have to move the whole text up a little bit, I think. How do you do that? I think I can add margin, bottom. I'm not convinced that it did anything. Yeah, but you never know until you try with double the value. No, that didn't do anything. Padding. Bleep. Also not. We were talking about what? H2 something. Yeah, but I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to try. Yeah, the all-knowing GPT-4 tells us already how to do that. Well, since whatever I was trying didn't work, this has to work. Reload. No. Oh, ho, ho, that worked. Yeah, perfect. And probably, I mean, it's not, let's admit it, it's probably 3 pixels. Yep. Looks much better. Well, okay. I'm missing something here. I thought I was adding a new chapter. So why is it not there? The Vulkan API. And then? LS chapters. Drawing a triangle. The Vulkan API. Okay, I was going to add something and I forgot. Just copy a random thing, like there's a whole chapter. To that, and then rename it to something that starts with 02. Oh wait, I've got to do even that. Did I already add it? I did already add it. Unbelievable. What will the next chapter be called then? Doing a triangle. I guess just Linux Viewer API. Yeah, I guess now that it's 01. Okay, so now we have drawing triangle, Vulkan API, followed by the Linux API. I don't have any comments here anyway, or not anymore. I'm gonna change the utterance ID, I think. This thing now looks like the way it should look, right? Git commit everything. Takes a minute. Hopefully that works. Uh-oh. No, I think this is normal. Can't satisfy your gem's dependencies. It's just a warning. I never could find out what. Okay, so we have this one. I think. Yeah. So now that ends with extra paragraph here. And then the Vulkan API is new. So you guys can read what I just made. This whole web page, just added that. I'm going to make a dinner for me, I think. So I'll be back later. And this is still a dummy chapter. Should delete that, I guess. This is also a dummy. The rest is now more or less finished. Well, the way I want to have it, I think. Still draft. Still using draft for the utterances. So if anyone wants to add serious comments, then tell me so, and I'll make the draft. Remove the draft status from it, so the comments won't be deleted. Just know that you know that if you add, it also says in the introduction, I think, or maybe just here. It says it here, yeah. So if someone wants to add a really serious comment, then yeah, don't, because it's gonna be deleted. So tell me before you do that, and then I'll change the utterances ID to the final ID for that chapter. No, I meant, putting a lot of time and effort into a comment. Just warning people that then it would not be nice if then that comment would get lost, right? But feel free to add, a quick comment if you read it. I will read it. I don't understand what you mean with the website was being wonky on mobile earlier. Because I don't think I changed anything with respect to mobile. I mean, I never tested it on mobile. I don't even aim at mobile. I think people probably should be reading this on their workstation that they are going to develop Vulkan on, which is probably a PC with a large monitor. Maybe it's just me, Maybe the serious Vulkan developer is reading their documentation in the train on a mobile phone, I don't know, while going to work or something like that. But yeah, let me know if you think this is a cool chapter that I added. I think it's a cool picture. Unfortunately, not my my office. Copyright is here at the bottom. I left it in. It's not even the only thing. On the other side is another table like that. He's like surrounded by tables with 5-6 monitors on every side. That guy must have like an office with 500,000 of equipment.